Hey, welcome to episode 97. We made it podcast. Give them the Portuguese.
97.
Yeah, that's for you, Neymar.
We're about to get rough soon.
Oh, yes, sir. 3 mo. You're gonna be like dos mil. Do you guys say mil? Episode 97, We Made It Podcast. At We Made It Podcast on all social media. We Made It Podcast.com. If you go to WeMadeItPodcast.com, you can get our Google Play, iTunes, YouTube channels on there, Spotify. You just click on the little icon and you just go right there. There's also a $sign. I don't know why I'm saying it because nobody donates. But
we have a donation.
We do have a donation button, but nobody donates unless you're finessing the donations, which you might be.
You see that new BMW?
Like that joint might go to your email. You might have changed it on the low. I don't know. You do have some new clothes lately. Anyway,
stupid.
Yo, it's a big day. Wednesday, March 6th. Wild couple days in Champions League, and as you guys may know, also we're doing a video of this episode. It'll be on our YouTube channel. As you may know, on Champions League match days, we do start with the game recaps, although we are not a game recap show. But we do the best game recap.
I like all time, honestly.
Like, honestly, we do the best game recaps, and today...
today's gonna pop.
Okay, like today's game recaps, I feel like I'm gonna forget something because it's gonna be so good that there's no way it can be
today's game recaps. I had to watch a game twice. That's how serious I am about today's recaps.
But okay, we're not actually gonna start with the Champions League game recap because Caesar.
You're gonna talk about some Carabao Cup from 2 weeks ago,
so right? First of all, there was a Classico this past weekend. So we gotta talk a little bit about it, and also. I did bring back something this weekend. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and watch this game. Did I watch the whole game? I did watch the whole game. I did watch the North London Derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal. I did watch it because I wanted to do the Guendouzi tracker. I wanted to bring it back.
You missed the Guendouzi tracker?
Yeah, I was like, I want to do Guendouzi tracker.
What happened to Kongdobi? You don't rock with him no more?
Kondobi is so good. I was like, there's no point in doing the tracker. He's so good. And honestly, that's what happened with Guendouzi and Torreira too. I'm like, they're too good. Yeah. So I did watch North London Derby. It did win. It did end 1-1. The Guendouzi tracker was only for one half because he got subbed off at the half for Torreira, who then ended up getting a straight red in the 96th minute. But Guendouzi, I did put 5 good plays and 2 bad plays in the first half. And Torreira, before he got the red card, I did get 6 good plays. Both of them are very good midfielders.
Who's better?
Torreira's better. But the game did end 1-1, and Tottenham got an offside penalty. They got a fake penalty, and then Harry Kane scored it. Harry Kane got the penalty called, but he was actually offside, so it shouldn't have been a penalty. And but it was a good game, though. Actually, it wasn't really that good of a game.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about this Classico before you get into Champions League. I think the Classico was on Saturday. There was so much, on Saturday, I kind of assumed Real Madrid. Obviously, everybody knows the results of Champions League. I was assuming Real Madrid would beat Ajax, honestly. So I was putting a little bit more importance on this Classico, but right now, it seems like it's not as important anymore. But I don't want to just, skip over it. This game was played at the Bernabeu. Caesar's over it already. He's like, when is it my turn to do a recap? Can you respond to that? Can you react? Okay. Bale was starting. Isco was on the bench, actually, for this game, which was weird. Because he wasn't on the bench for Ajax, right?
No, he was not.
Okay. All right. We'll get into it. Okay. Caesar, the thing that's going to suck is I feel like I might end up saying some things from this Classico that you want to end up saying in the Champions League match, but I'm going to just say it anyway. Okay. I'm not gonna do too much, but in the 6th minute, remember Phil Shane said something about Bale's speed that you don't get with Vasquez.
I remember I texted you immediately.
Yeah, I was like, I wrote it down.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, off top, Vasquez would lap Bale right now.
I'm like you haven't seen Bale run fast in 5 years. Relax. Oh, after that, I put like, what pass will Bale not give a thumbs up? Like this dude literally gives a thumbs up to any pass that goes.
He's trying to get everybody's good side.
I'm like, yo, like you don't got to give a thumbs up to every pass that just goes anywhere in the field that you're around. I'm not gonna get into everything. I'm just gonna kind of get into the notes that I wrote down.
If you don't stop previewing what you're gonna say.
Apologies. And the 26th minute, Rakitic did get that goal. He was all over Sergio Ramos. I was like, how you let Rakitic run by you? And then it was also
Rakitic is so slow.
Yeah, and it was also kind of Courtois' fault too, because was it Courtois?
No, Keylor Navas.
Was it Keylor Navas? I can't even remember now.
Yeah, it was an emotional day for me. I don't remember.
You know, like it's just anyway. Okay. What does this say? Oh, I put in the 29th minute that Bale cannot dribble at a defender, like at all. There was some crazy stuff that Luis Suarez did in this game. I was like, what's wrong with him? In the 61st minute, Bale came out for Asensio. I remember Thomas Rongen talking about Bale's going to factor in these next few Clásicos after that first one, and he was absolutely wrong. But he's not going to get any criticism, Bale, I mean. I did end up fast forwarding the game. Okay, here's what I said about Solari in this game. I don't know what I did not watch, for the people, I did not watch Real Madrid versus Ajax. I did not watch that game, so he's just going to do that recap.
Yes,
so
sir.
I don't know what you said from this game, but this is what I said after watching that Clásico. 3 things. Let me just note these 3 things. 1, Bleep is happy. Bleep is happy. He's like, nice. They can't win jack without me. And even more so after today or yesterday. I put that it's more embarrassing to lose this Clásico 1-0 than 3-0. Like, it's more embarrassing to lose 1-0. Because you couldn't score 1 goal and tie it up. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly,
I get your point, but I disagree.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm like, yo, it's more embarrassing to lose 1-0.
Because you just couldn't put the ball in.
You couldn't get 1 goal, just get a point. Like 3, okay, yeah, they dominated you or something like that. But 1 is like, dog, you couldn't get 1, but whatever. And then here's, CJ got a spirit in here. Here's also what I said. Nothing has justified Solari benching Isco. Nothing has justified that.
Absolutely nothing.
And he has no tactics other than leaving good players on the bench. Like, that's his tactics.
His tactic is leaving good players on the bench?
Yeah, that's his tactics. And I'm not, like, he's not the only one that's done that. Like, I feel like some coaches do that. They're just like, because I think Mourinho was doing that at some points with Man United. When Man United wasn't playing well, he would just like leave Pogba on the bench. I think that's his tactic to get an excuse or to like try to be like, oh, I'm experimenting, like I'm doing this thing, His tactic has been leaving Marcelo and Isco off the pitch, and it did not work out for him in these 3 Clásicos. They scored 1 goal, I think, in all 3 of them. In the first match, in the Copa del Rey, first leg, they scored a goal. It was 1-1. Then they lost, was it 3-0? And then they lost 1-0. So 3 matches, you got 1. It was, what is that? 5-1 in 3 games. And yeah, because it was 3 in 1 game, 1 in 1 and 1 in this one. So it's 5-1 in 3 matches. You haven't done anything to show me that you have any tactics other than just, I'm going to leave Marcelo and Isco out.
It's just crazy to me because it's like, it's not even I agree with you because it's not even a case where like Real Madrid's overloaded with talent and like allegedly Isco's not doing good here and other people can fill that role. That's not even the case. Like, he's better than anybody on the field.
He's the best player on the freaking team.
I wrote a note here from the Ajax game. No, it's not. It's okay. It can go through here.
Okay.
I literally wrote that.
See why it's better to have paper?
No, I'm trying to see where I wrote it. Relax.
How's it been 9 minutes already? Jeez.
Right? If you're just talking about the Carabao Cup. I said that it just doesn't.
You can't find it. You cannot find it.
Well, I had mentioned somewhere that when it comes to Isco, it's like you have an issue. Clearly, in the last 3 Clásicos, you've only scored 1 goal.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, hindsight off the last one, but still, like, you scored 1 goal regardless.
Yeah.
So you've only scored one goal, and you don't feel like the need to address an offensive change. Literally, the only thing you've done on this team is sub Bale in and out, whether start or bench. How is that a dressing change? When Bale starts, it didn't cause Real to win. When Bale's bench, it didn't cause Real to win.
No.
So
starting on the regular didn't do anything.
On the regular, it sounds like to me you need to make some changes.
Yeah, no, he's whack and he's corny, and you think that you're cool because I benched Marcelo and Isco. Dog.
Yeah, what I really want to say, I'll just say on this long recap I'm giving, because I literally wrote an essay at the end about how I feel.
Thank you.
I got upset.
We'll go off. Okay, but anyway, that Clasico ended 1-0 to Barcelona. Barcelona didn't even look that amazing, honestly.
The whole time it was just like they looked like they were like in third gear the whole last one.
Yeah, so it's really like, honestly, like this dude put on Valverde for Toni Kroos. I'm like, who do you think you are? Like, you're not cool. But we're gonna talk about so-called genius coaches in a little bit. But yeah, so okay, Caesar, you watched Real Madrid versus Ajax second leg Champions League. Round of 16.
Sure, you ready for this?
I did not watch the game. I watched some BS highlights on YouTube, but you watched the game.
Some goon highlights and not English.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely not in English.
It was in Arabic.
No, I was gonna watch the Bleacher Report highlights, but I'm mad at them. Oh, actually, can we say this really quick before you start? Okay, so just like last time,
you didn't answer, but go ahead.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, Caesar was gonna watch Real Madrid versus Ajax, and I was gonna watch Tottenham versus BVB. For like whatever ungodly soccer means nothing in America, they got the BVB match playing after the Real Madrid match comes on, but they're actually being played at the same time. But I didn't know that, so I recorded it, and it said 2:30. It's starting at 2:30 Pacific time. I'm like, all right, well, damn, that's pretty late out there in Europe, but like, whatever. Honestly, that's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, that's pretty late. But
they
like,
having fun out there.
Yeah, I'm like, well, whatever. You know,
watching a 10 p.m. game to finish at 1 a.m.
I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? They be doing that in the NFL sometimes, or like baseball. So then I'm like, okay, like I was like not watching the Real Madrid game on purpose.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking on Twitter a little bit, and I'm like, wait a minute, like they're talking about Tottenham on Twitter a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I like look, I'm like, yo, the game is on. And I was like, I'm not watching that mess. Like I was like, I'm not about to sit here and watch a game that's already over. And I saw that Harry Kane scored the goal and Tottenham's going through. I'm like, that's literally ridiculous that you got a game that's like.
Isn't TNT like with other like? Don't they have like TBS?
Like, they won't even
like,
show it on Spanish.
Don't they have like Lifetime?
I don't know, but they wouldn't even show it on the Spanish channel. I'm like, I at least half the games I watch on Gala HD on channel 79 or whatever, and it'd be in between some novellas.
Yeah, we got them.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, don't ever talk to me about soccer growing in America when you can't even get the game played at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's why I didn't watch BVB versus Tottenham.
I mean, I already had a long rant the other week about Bleacher Report. I'm not doing it again where I have to pay for games now. So
yeah,
pay $2 to watch a game again. It's weird.
I mean, that's just like, you know.
On top of already having monthly subscriptions, like I have to also pay for this. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, thank you.
Our minimum donation thing is $5, so you got it, I guess.
All right.
Since you over here.
Yeah, it was pro bono.
Yeah, jigging the damn donations.
Hey, see this new hat? All right, so Ajax, Real Madrid.
Ajax.
Whatever.
No, that's the game. That's the home team goes first.
Anyway, so match started. They started breaking down the lineups, and I noted that Isco wasn't even on the bench, and I thought that was really strange because in the previous game he actually subbed in. So I'm like, okay, like to me, like someone's on the bench last time and they sub in, especially in Isco, they're probably going to be on the bench again.
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't even worth getting a bus ride down there. So wow, I mean, damn, he was over there playing with Brahimi in D2 or something.
Was Brahimi was right on the bench.
Brahimi was not on the bench either. Brahimi's non-existent right now. He's chilling. They're all in Ben Arfa's old isolation mode. No, Isco on the bench. Commentators are defending Bale super heavy right now. Of course. Saying that the team not starting him is a shame.
Wow.
Players talking about him is really is really basically saying it's whack. I was like, I'm like literally watched nothing. And then randomly they dropped his stat sheet for how many his goals on the team, like overall.
Okay, well this right here is the Bale deep dive right here. This is a one whole page of information. We're gonna do that after this recap, maybe.
So 1 minute starting off, the game starts off turnt again. I noted in the first minute I wrote, literally 1 minute mark I wrote down, the game is turnt. This is the same thing as last time. And if you're a coach, you just look at this and go, look, nothing's different here. They're pressing hard and they're young and they're running all over the place. We just need to dictate the tempo, control the ball, and don't make mistakes. And you'll be fine. You'll just be fine.
Yeah.
And what is Real known methodically to do? Passing the ball, dictating. You play their rhythm. They speed up when they want. They bring their fullbacks. They do what they want.
Yeah.
Not the case. But what was really cool, I never write this, Benzema was super hyped. Benzema was turning the crowd up. He had a captain's band. He was going so hard. It actually made me really happy inside because it was like watching like one of your kids you boys mad at all the time.
Old school Benzema hater. That's
watching one of your kids you get annoyed at all the time over years like Hesse, and seeing him shine was like really cool to see. I was like, oh, look at him.
Benz hater. That's why.
4 minute mark. There was a cross by Vasquez that was headed by Varane off the crossbar.
I
like
saw that.
That was like, oh god, I was stressing off that one. At this point, I also wrote that Tagliafico and Vasquez are literally battling the whole first half. Literally like pushing each other, flying over each other, body slams. They were going at each other. Like I think they were like probably like 2-2 like in the beginning. Like he got 2 off of him, and then Vasquez got 2 crosses off. So it was pretty cool to see them going at each other. And they're like the same height too. It's funny. I wrote once again, I'm fucking shocked Isco isn't even on the bench. What the hell? Like it just did, like, and it's cool. And I will say this: I'm happy that commentators kept bringing it up.
Okay,
they're just like it doesn't. They're like, I don't understand. This is a guy who's known for being a magical player and doing so much. A big part of the 4 championships because they kept bringing up that Bale won 4 championships with Real. They kept bringing that up. I'm like, that whole damn team damn near won 4. All right,
Bale played 4 minutes of the one against Juve. Relax.
Yeah. Like, there's all those guys, or like all those guys are part of it. Like, if you're going to keep bringing up what Bale's done, you got to bring up Isco. And I thought that was cool.
Absolutely.
They're bringing up Isco.
I think Isco started the one against Liverpool last year.
Isco starts almost everything in the past. He's all over the place.
He hit the crossbar, I remember.
Yeah, so I don't understand why Isco's on the bench. But I noted that Real was playing somewhat a little bit better than the first half of the last game.
Okay.
7 minute mark. What the fuck? A goal out of nowhere. The cameraman didn't even know what happened. It just like a throw. So what happened was that Cruz was being super lazy off a throw in, kind of like walking with the ball. Got his cookies taken on a throw in, and a goal by Hakeem Ziyech. I never know how to spell his name. The players. And this is and I was saying that Hakeem is the same player there whining about the whole last game, talking mess about him. He balled out. He scored a nasty goal. I was like, look, Isco instead of Cruz in the game would have been really nice because think about it. When you have that midfield, you have Modric, Casemiro, and Cruz right now.
Oh yeah.
Like that's kind of like whack. It really is.
It's normal.
No, it's like in the past, like. It's not always been like that. Usually you have Isco in there too because he is an offensive threat. He's an offensive creator. You don't really have that 3. Like, yeah, Modric makes some stuff happen, but you went hard. You dropped bars about Modric and how much goals he scored when we talked about him winning
Ballon d'Or.
So he doesn't really like.
No, he's not an offensive threat. Really, scoring.
He can connect. He can make stuff happen. Yeah.
He's not that guy.
So and I mean the whole month you've been losing. The whole month you've basically been losing. This is a time more than ever to make a change.
Yeah. But your Solari tactics is leave good players on the bench.
Yes. So, I said Isco in there instead of Cruz would have been really nice because I think he could have made some stuff happen, and I don't think he makes those kind of mistakes really. Like
Tony Cruz is a shot misser. Like, literally, he is a shot misser. And I've seen that in the highlights.
Don't worry, we'll get into that.
Okay, thank you.
11-minute mark. Another situation where Cruz is in a position where Isco would have definitely capitalized. Took too long to shoot the ball. He got a pass in a box and took like 3 touches and lost the ball and got cooked. He didn't even get the shot off. It just got stolen off of him. And like all the players were like slamming like their arms over. They're like so mad. 15-minute mark. Isco with a super weak.
Wait, not Isco.
I'm sorry, Cruz with the super weak outside shot. It just rolled up to the goalie. I said, Real need a guy with offensive skill in the game. You don't have Bleep. You need an elite player in these offensive situations. You don't have that right now.
What about VJ?
Look, VJ is an 18-year-old. I do not ask any more of him than what he can give me in that moment.
I just don't want him to lose
Solari
the ball.
putting an 18-year-old out here start these games. That you make that decision as a coach, that's fine. I'm like, look, it takes a lot, but he made that choice.
Yeah.
What are you really else going to put there? If you're not, I mean, the thing is though, if you're not going to put Isco in that left wing and you're not going to put Isco in the midfield, like you got to eat, like you need to do something.
Yeah.
Wrote again. I don't want to keep cussing, so I just wrote, I hate Solari again. After the 16 minute, I hate Solari. Like every time the camera, like I've noticed this later. Every time the camera pans to Solari, he's like never talking to anybody on the bench. I mean, he's never doing anything. He's always like staring, like he's always.
I don't even think he's looking at the pitch.
Yeah, he's always doing this
like
and looking confused and like this.
Like trying to look at.
I'm like, you trying to look swaggy right now? Like, dog, like what's happening? These are panels. He'd be losing his mind.
Is he dead? Yeah, absolutely.
He's been walking back and forth, talking, having an assist in his ear. How come I never see that with Solari?
Because he has no tactics other than leave good players on the bench.
17-minute mark. Holy smokes. Tadic did a spin move on Casemiro, broke him off. Like literally like Casemiro was here and he went this way and Tadic spin that way. I'm like, oh god, you can't let that happen to you. Then he dropped a super clean dimer to David Neres with the goal. David Neres was sprinting all over the field. He was so annoying. Again, really good player. Ajax up 2-0. It's 3-2 aggregate. Jesus Christ, this is happening. That's what I wrote. 21-minute. Neres almost chipped Courtois.
Oh, I saw that.
Real getting obliterated on counters again.
Ooh.
Last time the counters were killing them, and it happened again. And I couldn't believe that we're at 21 minutes and it's 2 goals already, and they're running all over Real Madrid. It's really bad. I will say that Real almost played really well. He's super good
on the regular.
26-minute mark.
What has it done for them though?
Nothing much. I mean, the thing is, you're getting something going on good, but he's not doing anything better than Marcelo has. So, and what you have an issue with the team is scoring. So why not? God, I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna drop bars later.
Me too.
26-minute mark. I think Vinicius is hurt from that foul. I did look it up. After I'll drop it later. Vinicius Jr. So he was running out of bounds, running with the ball. And the fullback for Ajax didn't even go for the ball. He just straight dragged him down and kind of landed on him. You could tell he kind of rolled his ankle or something like that. Gave him that card. Wish it was a red. I was like, yep, he's hurt. He's going really slow. He just gave the ball up. You could tell he's really hurt. Bale coming on. Vasquez is crying and getting subbed out, crying hard. I was like, poor baby, he got hurt too. Yeah. I thought it was funny. Vinicius is still on. 29-minute mark. Carvajal straight up kicked David Neres in the leg. Didn't even go for the ball. The ball's far away. He just walked up and kicked him in the leg. I'm like, are you okay, dude? No. Is a screw going?
Yeah.
Down. No, I was like, that was dirty as hell. Got a yellow. 30-minute mark. This dude, Vinicius Jr. exploded. It literally he was running, and then it looked like he was running, and he just blew by the defender. I was like, he can move. I'm on the possession. I believe he was on the left. There was 2 defenders. There was Bale and Benzema in the middle. And what was funny is that usually what Vinicius does is when he goes on the left, he cuts right back to his right foot.
Yeah.
He didn't do it this time, so he just kept going and shot it. And I was like, look, I'm not mad at that. And now once again, he's 18. I'm not going to get mad at that. He's 18.
Yeah, no.
I know what I did putting my 18-year-old player on the field. This is what's happening, and it's all good. He's making something happen because ain't shit been happening. Yeah. How do I know I don't give it to Bill? He soars at 8 feet in the sky. Yeah. So he didn't score, but he got hit really hard at the end of the play. I was like, damn, this might be it. 32-minute mark. Vinicius out, Asensio in. I wrote, oh man, Vinicius is crying. Now I'm crying. What's going on here? I can't handle this. I was like, and then I started saying this is Solari's fault. I hate Solari.
Yeah, ran him to the ground like RG3. Like
he did. He wanted this. And I was like, by the way, the cameraman's been showing Vinicius Jr. crying for like 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Commentators don't even mention it. They keep talking about the season Tadic had at Ajax last year into this year. I'm like, hey man, your job is not to be a historian of Dutch soccer. You need to talk about what's happening on the field. Right? How did you get this? I'm so far away. How did you get a story on the field of what's going on right now? You need to talk about what's going on right now. The dude is crying ugly right now on the field, like crying ugly. Like you need talk about this so we know.
He looks like Kermit the Frog a little bit.
He does. He was wild. Poor baby. Don't be mean though. So
nice abs.
I did look later. He's probably going to be out in a minimum 2 months.
Ooh.
And
was it a groin?
This was, I believe it was some kind of like leg injury, like ACL or something like that, but not like major. It looks like he was about to have his first senior cap too for Brazil.
I know,
which
he just
sucks.
got called up. Yeah.
I think they should call David Ayres up. That'd be really cool. So they should call him up. Yeah, so that was sad. He was going to get his first senior cap, and he posted before the game about like being excited about getting his first cap and really happy about it. So that's a shame.
You think Bolsonaro got something to do with it?
I think Bolsonaro secretly cheered when he saw him get hurt.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was like, nice.
Yeah.
He's like, that guy was too much for this team.
He's like, let's get Felipe Luis.
He was like, that was too much for this team.
Let's get Felipe Luis in this spot.
He's like, you think Felipe Luis to play left wing?
Yeah.
What's Coutinho doing?
Yeah. It's winter time. What's Coutinho doing?
He still plays good at practice.
Yeah.
38-minute mark, Cruz is playing awful. Like Cruz had such a bad first half. It was making me really angry. 41-minute mark, they keep mentioning Ramos as if he's a game changer, and I said let's keep it real. Last game, Ajax was running all over Real Madrid. This game, they're doing the same thing. Last game, they had Ramos. This game, they did it.
Yeah,
granted, you won 2-1, but Ramos wasn't stopping the situation. The only person that stopped Ajax from scoring was Ajax themselves.
They
didn't capitalize on those opportunities. They didn't score, but it damn sure could have been 3-2 that game.
You ain't see Ramos in that Clasico get ran by Rakitic? It's insane.
43-minute mark. They started talking about Bale and Ronaldo not celebrating with each other last year. Maybe that's why, and then saying maybe that's why Bale wants to leave this year. I don't get it.
Hold on, Caesar. Hold on. Let me get this timing right. Bleep wouldn't celebrate with Bale last year, so that's why Bale wants to leave this year?
Yeah, maybe that's why he doesn't feel wanted.
Bleep is gone. What the hell?
I don't get it.
I don't even... Yo, okay. Anyway, I'm going to go back to... in the Bale deep dive, I'll get more into that.
All right, yeah. 51-minute mark. Cruz is so bad. He looks lost, slow, out of position. Please sub him out. Wanted to also note a bar here I noticed. So, this is my second Ajax game watching this year.
Yeah.
All I keep hearing about from Bleacher Report pregame and everybody is how amazing Frankie de Jong is.
Yes.
And Barcelona side of him. They love mentioning him, but they don't even... I was like, he doesn't even stand out or is even memorable.
Yeah.
I was like, in the game, if I off top think of 4 people in the match, the Hakeem dude, Neres, Tadic, and I'm going to keep it a stack. They have a 19-year-old center back. He's a baller. That 19-year-old Dutch center back, he's a captain. He's a baller. I don't even know what... You know what he is? He's literally like Jorginho. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, they were like circling him doing like a pass. I'm like, that didn't even do anything for the game. I was like, this is kind of low-key this.
Oh, yeah.
Because people like Tadic and Hakeem are like, literally game stopping. Mm-hmm. They're balling. They're doing everything. They're stealing the ball. And they're cam stealing the ball. David Neres is literally, he's a pest. Like, you can't stop him. He really reminded me of how Gelson Martins was destroying Real Madrid. He reminded me how Leroy Sané was destroying us. Those young wingers were killing us, and Neres was doing that too. So they were killing Real Madrid. So I was like, it's kind of a cap right now over this Frankie de Jong thing. I was like, he's probably gonna get low down to Everton too. And then so
I was pointing to the lotion in the back.
There you go. 57-minute mark.
Benzema breaks Hakeem off. I mean, dog, it was 1-on-1. He does some step over. Hakeem literally goes to one hand on the ground, and Benzema goes the other way. I was like, huh. But it was really cool because Hakeem was walking away like, I was like, that's cool. He was like, he got me. I'm not a defender. You got me, though. That was cool. I was like, no, I wrote here, and no matter how this game ends, I'll never forget how Benzema worked his ass off and showed hard. Like, I'll never forget the effort he put in.
Last time you seen Bale do that?
Crazy. Never in my life. Maybe that one highlight clip they showed him when he's mad skinny back in the day, and he played his first year. He was trying hard back then. Yeah. But after the knees, it was over. Yeah. 60-minute mark. Camera cuts to Solari. I hate Solari. 61-minute mark. What a goal by Tadic. Oh, and then I wrote, oh, wait. They're going to VAR. So the VAR camera showed the ball going out of bounds.
Yes. Okay, so what happened with that? Because I saw that highlight, and I'm like, oh, yeah, the ball went out of bounds.
Oh, the game. The commentators, everybody's talking about it's going to be out of bounds. Reguilon takes the ball and is ready to throw in as they're doing the VR. Like, they're all ready to throw the ball in. Like, Real has the ball back. Because they scored the goal. So what happens is, like, the ball saved.
Yeah.
And then it's crossed over to Tadic, touches this nice move and scores it. Yeah. But then they show the VR. Even the Real Madrid, Reguilon, the Ajax players are standing there waiting for the throw in. Everybody's waiting for it to be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be overturned. It's not a goal. Like, they're ready for it.
Yeah.
I was like, the commentator saying to be Reguilon, it seems to be overturned. 3 minutes of VAR. 4 minutes of VAR. Are you kidding me? Even the players are like standing in the ref like this, like tell him that he's like the ref's like walking around the field.
He
like
didn't go to the TV?
No, he's walking around on a mic like this, walking around like he's on a phone call, and all the players are like,
"What's the deal?"
Even the Ajax players are like, "Come on, like let's go!" Like they know
we're trying to beat these bums.
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? VAR showed the ball's out of bounds. Everyone saw it. And they said the goal stands.
That's insane.
Goal stands. The ball is literally fully out of bounds.
With like this much space.
The camera froze to it. Even in the booth, they were just like, wow, that's going to be talked about. That's all they say. That's all. There's no accountability for VAR.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like in another game we'll talk about, there's no accountability. It's the first thing they just say is like, that's going to be something they talk about. And then people like Marisa Du would be like, that's what makes this game beautiful. That's not what makes this game beautiful.
It'd be beautiful if it wasn't VAR.
It wasn't VAR in the past. How would this influence this being great now?
No,
it's stupid.
It'd be better if the ref just couldn't see it because the angle.
So that really bothered me. I wrote, I'm done watching this. The continued watching.
Okay.
69-minute mark. Asensio scored a goal, I guess.
Oh, yeah, because I saw that goal, too. It's kind of whatever.
Yeah, I was like, that's great for you. Take that home with you. 71-minute mark. A free kick that looked like a cross went into the goal. I wrote, Jesus, it's 5-3 right now. I was like, the score is 4-1.
Oof.
In the last, including the Clasico, that's 7 goals for the 8 goals for the opposing team in one. The guy said that on a commentary booth, the last 8 goals in the Bernabeu have been opposing team goals.
Makes sense.
Not including the ones today.
Makes sense.
Or the one at the Real game.
Makes sense.
Yeah. The commentators also noted that the Ajax entire team, youth team, and academy combined don't equal Bale's wages.
You know what? Honestly, like, okay.
Which is what I was like. I'm getting my point. I'm like, this is year 5 or year 4 we've had Bale on the team, and I'm like, I would sell him in a heartbeat to get all that back right now. Like, I'm so over it. I'm so over Bale.
Anybody would. The only thing is, I kind of don't like when they do that because, like, money doesn't mean that much really when it comes to football. Because let's not forget, we saw Leicester City win EPL.
Big facts.
Like, let's not forget that.
No, big facts.
Like, we saw Leicester City win.
I thought, I was like, that's something more like Bale's. It's like, what's even the point of Bale? He's worth as much. He doesn't do any of that.
Yeah, no, but when they do that, I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, but like Leicester won EPL. Though.
So I wrote some notes here.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna say my post-match notes. I guess there's an 89-minute mark, but whatever. I was writing notes because I was over the game. First 15 minutes of the game that Bale came into the match, Bale was going so hard. And I was like, I know it's because he wanted to be the reason that Real won. Bale's motivation wasn't he was like running around really hard and like looking cool, trying to do flips and stuff like that in the first 15 minutes of him getting the game, and did nothing the rest of the match, by the way. So just that 15 minutes, I was like, he was motivated to be like, y'all need me.
Yeah.
His motivation wasn't to advance and
it was selfish.
Go. It was selfish. Now, I'm not going to be the one to be a proponent of what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah.
But your initial motivation is selfish. You just want to be wanted so bad.
Yeah, and you want the media to get off your
I
back.
was like, but I was like, what's disgusting though is that this motivation for you being this selfish only lasts 15 minutes. You can't even be an arrogant, selfish asshole for another 75. Like you're not even that guy.
No.
You're giving me 15 minutes of this shit, which is really annoying. That's like really aggravating to me. Mm-hmm. I'm like he is a regular guy. There's 3 players on Ajax, 3 left footers: Neres, Tadic, and Hakim. All 3 of those players that are left footed just like you would be. I would much rather see in these positions for Real than this. I was like, get out of here with Solari starting him and benching, bringing him back in, and people defending him. It's stupid. His damn agent was telling us to kiss his feet and all that. It's ridiculous.
Deep dive.
I was like, if Solari was like really gangster, he was gangster, he would have went, we need creativity in the midfield because we haven't been doing well this month. We haven't had any answers. So what you need to do, you need to take chances. You don't sub in the same guys in and out if things aren't happening.
4-4-2 or something.
I was like
Zidane used to do.
I was like, VGR is arguably one of the most creative players on the team.
Vinicius?
Yeah. Vinicius is. Isco, who won't play, who can't play for some reason, another creative player. You need to put creative players on the field. You have no creativity going on except for one player.
Yeah, Modric.
And it's your 18-year-old and the Modric. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have going on.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't you just put Marcelo in the midfield? Why don't you sub Marcelo in the middle of the game? Just put him out there. make something happen. Tell Reguilon, stay back. Marcelo, you don't have to defend. Just go out there and try to make stuff happen. Yeah. You're creative. You've scored. Marcelo, like the disrespect from Solari to me is crazy because I'm like, this guy scored Champions League final goals for the team. Isco's done countless plays to help Real Madrid win a Champions League final. You're allegedly a fan of Real Madrid because you played there and you have a history with the club. You don't give a fuck. You don't care.
His tactics is leaving good.
Like you just want to look cool and be the head boss. You don't know anything about this game.
Tell people what to do. Oh, I'm benching Isco. Yeah, Isco's probably a passive guy, and you can do that. But it doesn't mean you're doing something better because you can't win games.
I'm like, look, I respect the coach more for trying something and failing, than to resorting to the same damn thing.
Yeah,
same damn thing. Even though there's been countless times we've seen that it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Like, especially in this situation, try something. At the end, you sub in Valverde for Casemiro. Like, what are we doing out here, dude?
Like, what is that? You're giving up.
Sub in Marcelo. Sub in Mariano as center defensive man. I don't care. Do something.
He's trash.
That's all I had to say. Game over.
That's it? Okay. Bale deep dive right now. But I just want to say this really quick. Speaking of VAR, we had the episode VAR is trash, episode 57. That's 40 episodes ago, with some other ones in between. There's probably 45, actually. That was June 26th last year during the World Cup. VAR is trash. Yeah, so and that was actually before that Argentina-Nigeria game. Okay, Caesar, so speaking of Bale's agent, this is Bale's agent got on there and started talking, which I guess he's supposed to do.
Talking that greasy.
But this motivated me to do a Bale deep dive after we did the Icardi B deep dive. Bale's agent, Jonathan Barnett, said, "This generation of Real fans will be talking about Gareth's goals for years to come. Frankly, they should be ashamed of themselves. Gareth deserves the greatest of respect. The way the Real fans have treated Gareth is nothing short of a disgrace, basically." He said some more. So that was my deep dive motivation. This is what we said. This is what I got here. Off top, let's start with Bale as a Welsh national. Shout out to Wales. Shout out to Shirley Bassey, Anthony Hopkins, who is Welsh.
What?
Anthony Hopkins, yes, who played Hannibal Lecter, is Welsh.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Tom Jones of It's Not Unusual.
Hey, it's okay.
Carlton.
It's not unusual.
Yeah, he's Welsh.
No way.
Yeah, he's Welsh. I think he's black too on the low. And Catherine Zeta-Jones, one of the most beautiful actresses ever. Catherine Zeta-Jones is also Welsh.
Zeta's a cool name.
Shout out to Wales. Their language is very interesting. Anybody want to know something about Welsh?
Dragon language.
Welsh language, look it up. It's a very interesting language.
I'm like, hey, what are you actually saying though?
Apparently, it's not related to any other language, or it's like kind of close to Berber.
It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, something like that. Bale has 74 appearances as a Welsh national, and he has 31 goals. Most of the goals are against weak teams. If you look, you don't see goals against good European teams. There's one against Belgium in 2015. There's one against Croatia in 2013. Two against Switzerland in 2012 in the Euro qualifiers. But Switzerland didn't even qualify for those Euros. Montenegro finished above them. So Switzerland wasn't even good back then.
Not Serbia, but just separate. Montenegro.
Yes, who started playing in like 2007, their team. Bale as a Welsh national, nothing amazing, just off top.
They had a decent Euros, 08.
Whatever. But they didn't do, I don't care.
They lost to Portugal.
Yeah, I don't care, honestly.
I know. I mean, it's Wales.
Bale at Real Madrid past 2 seasons. I'm not going to go back to 2013. I'm not going back 5 years ago.
You're not going to 203
nah,
matches?
I'm doing last 2 seasons. Don't nobody care about what you did 4 years ago, homie. Okay, 2016-17 season appearances. He played 19 games in the league. He missed 18 games in the league. Okay?
Wait.
He played 19 games in the league.
Last year.
No, this is 2016-17. Last year would be 2017-18. He played 19, missed 18.
Nice.
In Champions League, he played 8 and missed 5 in Champions League, okay? In the league, this is Gareth Bale, $100 million man, 2016-17 season. 7 goals, 4 assists.
Oh, God.
That's in the league. Remember, Real Madrid won the double that year. Yes, Bale had little to do with it. They won the league and Champions League. 2016-17 season, he never scored or assisted in back-to-back games.
Oh.
Yes. He scored his last goal. Hold on. Damn, I wish I could read my handwriting. He scored the last goal at the end of Yeah. He scored his last goal in the end of February in the league. The last goal he scored in the league was in February. He didn't score again until the league was over. Like, he did not score again in the league.
Oh, was that when he had his long drought?
Whatever it was.
Nice.
The last goal he scored was February 26, 2017.
Before the end of the league.
Before the end of the season. He missed the last 6 games of the season. Oh, what the fuck? This is the season, once again, Real Madrid won the double. Okay? So, Bale didn't have shit to do with them winning the league.
He wasn't a big reason why at the end they were able to pull it off.
And to be honest with you, like, that season, they were talking, it was a big deal for Real Madrid to win the league that year. Because like, when Bleep was there, he didn't really win the league for real.
Yeah.
Champions League 2016-17. Obviously, Real Madrid won Champions League. He had 2 goals and 2 assists. Both his goals were against Legia Warsaw in the group stage. Okay? Okay.
Wait. You're telling me
Yes, I'm telling you, son. Bale scored
Legia
2 goals.
Warsaw?
They were both against Legia Warsaw in the group stage. 2 games in Champions League that season. Only in 2 games did he play full 90 minutes. They were both in group stage. He had no goals or assists in the knockout stage of Champions League 2016-17 season. Okay? Honestly, you should sell him that year. That's when you sell him. You did nothing to contribute to... We had... Real Madrid won the double. It was a big deal. Bleep hadn't really won the league since he'd been there. I think he hadn't have won the league, or maybe won it once. They won the double. Everybody was like, yo, if Real Madrid win the league this year, that's a big deal. Almost because they weren't really expected to win Champions League. They just won it the year before. But for them to win the league was a big deal. And I don't think it was that much difference between them and Barcelona that year. It might have been like 1 or 4 points or something like that.
Wasn't it like a 3-way battle between the Atletico too?
I can't remember. I should have looked that up too, but it was close. Bale, once again, 2016-17 season when Real Madrid won the double, 7 goals, 4 assists in the league, 2 goals, 2 assists in Champions League. Both those goals were in group stage against Legia Warsaw. He did not play. He had no goals or assists in the knockout stage. That's round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, or the final. Okay? I would sell him that season. I mean, that summer. If I'm there, I'm like, yo, like, we just won the double without you. Like, you're out of here, buddy. Anyway, he comes back 2017-18 season. He played 26 games in the league, missed 12. He played 9 games in Champions League. He missed 4. In the league, pretty decent seasons goals wise. He had 16 goals. He had 3 assists.
Pretty good.
He scored 1 goal against a top 4 team that season, which was Barcelona. 1 in a draw against Barcelona. In Champions League, he had 3 goals and 2 assists. He scored 1 goal in the second. He scored 1 goal and assisted a goal in the second round of the group stage against BVB. Okay. His other 2 goals were in the final against Liverpool. Obviously, he had that one overhead lucky goal, and then he had another lucky goal. He shot that long one where Karius parried it into the back of the net. Those are 2 lucky goals. I don't care what anybody say. If you're a professional athlete and you can't do a kick over your head, then of course he can do that, and he just connected and it went in the back of the net.
I mean, it was lucky, but I'm not gonna.
It looks
everybody
cool.
can do that.
All the players on the field can do that.
That's probably true.
Every single player on the field can jump and kick a ball over their head like that. They can all do that. Honestly, he got lucky. In my opinion, that's a lucky goal. It looks cool. That's cute. But you got lucky.
You're not a fan of those, though.
No, I'm not. I mean, because you just connected. Like, that's it. Even when Bleeps won against Juve, I'm like, you just connected, dude. It's fine.
Yeah.
But, and then the other one
Bleeps one was mean, though.
His was honestly better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then also, he had that long shot, and Karius just hit it into the back of the net.
Karius like, I got you.
Yeah, basically. It was literally like a tip. Like when you're playing tips in 21, it was like, oh, got you. Now let's go to this season. This season, I'm not going to sit here and write down his stats, but Bale, in my opinion, has been weak, boring, frustrated, and unmotivated. I think anybody could characterize his season this year. He's basically scored in the first 3 games of the season, and then hasn't done jack since then.
The only time I seen Bale motivated was the 15 minutes when he got subbed in because Lucas Vazquez got hurt.
Yeah,
that was like, wow, that's the most I've seen you try in like forever. And then it was over. Like I said, it was a 15 minutes. It was like, oh, here you go.
This season, Bale does fake runs. He never.
We called that.
Yeah, he never like sprints or does anything. Please show me a clip of him dribbling at a defender this season, like dribbling at a defender. Please show me that. He never squares up a defender and dribbles at him ever.
In the game, he kind of did it, but then he did a cross.
Yeah, like did he do a step over and try to like go at him?
No, he did this and he jumped to the side and crossed.
Exactly, like that's the most he'll do. So that's not dribbling at a defender. That's like getting room for a cross. Like you're a fullback. Sadly, like and honestly, like let's keep it real. We know what it is. He never gets the criticism Bleep got. He never gets that level of criticism ever. Like,
I don't know why.
I don't know what he has to do to get criticized the way Bleep used to get criticized. Bleep couldn't do a damn thing.
When Bale first came, I think actually Bale in the beginning was actually technically making more than Ronaldo.
Something like that.
And my thing, I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, okay, like Bleep left the team.
Yes, right?
He's gone. I mean, they still talk to him, but he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, he's the reason Real Madrid sucks.
He's gone, and Bale is the main guy now.
Yes.
And Bale is not talked about the same as Bleep is. Bleep is being called slow, this. They're still talking about Bale being fast. And Bleep, they keep calling him, they keep mentioning they have the speed he used to anymore. This and that. I'm like, it's just so.
They're not going to call Bale old until he's like 50.
It's so infuriating to hear it, man.
It's just very unfair because I'm like, look, we're all watching the same games. You're literally giving this guy a pass already. If we're watching the game, he does nothing. Dude.
Nothing at all.
And honestly, when Bale's on the field, it makes Real Madrid a worse team defensively too because Part of your defense is keeping possession and doing things positive with the ball. If Bale can't do, if Bale's not a threat, literally he's not a threat, that's a negative for your team. Dog, we're watching Luis Suarez looks overweight. He can't even dribble. At least he tries. But when he's around, doing what he can excel at, he's like putting in the effort and he's doing it well. Obviously, he's playing with Messi. Like, that's a bonus already. But like,
that's a win.
But like, put Bale at Barcelona. Like, what's he gonna do? They're gonna have to be like, yo, we gotta play like Arthur at the left wing because you're whack. Like, I just wish that they would be more honest.
Roberto.
I just wish they'd be more honest about Bale. And literally, we're talking about the successful season, the big time season that Real Madrid had recently. That 2016-17 season when they won the double, they beat Juventus in the final, which is a bigger deal in my opinion than beating Liverpool in the final. Also because Liverpool lost their best player. Juve, you're playing against like the Juventus team.
Yeah.
They beat them in the final. And it was like 4-1 or something like that. Or 4
Smashed them.
Yeah, they did smash them. Bale's not there. Remember Bale was injured and he like came on at the end. They're like, oh, should he start because it's being played in Cardiff or whatever. Yeah. Bale had nothing to do with that double winning season. And that shows you like, one, when the media was talking about like Ronaldo left, when Bleep left, and like, oh, you know, like this is Bale's time to shine. I'm like, yo, y'all are not gonna give Bleep no credit that he's not amazing and he's the reason why Real Madrid wins. They don't even want to say it no more. They don't even want to say it now. I'm like, dog, y'all act like Bale could take over for Bleep. What indication did he give you that he?
Where did he ever give you that he was going to be that guy?
Yeah.
Where did he ever give you this saying that like he just needs his time and room to shine?
The dude missed double-digit games every season.
If anything, Ronaldo, if anything, Bleep exposed Bale.
Yes,
he exposed him. Said, no, this is what like even like Benzema is a guy with 2 feet and a skill set. Ronaldo Bleep was Bale showed that he's a one-dimensional player.
Caesar,
it's not actually.
Caesar,
I
wish that he was one-dimensional.
Actually, he doesn't
he's
have
not
a dimension. He's a body out there. He's breathing air.
Yeah, and making fake runs. Literally, like you're going out of the way. You don't want the ball at your feet, yo. He's hella weak. But anyway, Bale. Oh yeah, you can throw a damn a paper plane at him. He'll give a damn thumbs up. Like, oh, I almost got it. Okay. Anyway. That's enough of Bale and Real Madrid. Let's talk about this big game today. PSG versus Man U. This is what y'all here for. Let me just say this off top. Like I watch as many PSG games as anybody. Like in the past like 4 years, I've watched as much PSG as anybody. Don't ever flex on me.
You've watched some deep games.
Do not flex on me. I watch as much PSG as anybody. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody with PSG in their Twitter. If you got PSG in your Twitter, you're a fan. You ain't watched. I've watched as much or more PSG games as you. Off top, let's get it started. PSG started the same team as they did last game against Man U, and Man U started some new guys. Was Fred and Lukaku. The whole midfield was missing. Caesar, I'm like I told you before. There's some stuff I'm gonna say on here is gonna sound like cap, but all these notes here that you see, they were all written in chronological order.
Allegedly.
No cap. Okay. Off top. Well, Caesar, you watched the game too.
Yep.
But I took notes. You didn't take notes, right?
No.
Okay. In the beginning, I put if PSG lose, they suck on God because Man U's dealing with so many injuries and suspensions. Pogba gone, like their whole midfield's gone. Pogba, Ander Herrera's gone. Matic is gone. Alexis Sanchez is gone. That's a plus. Lingard's not there.
Where's Martial?
Yeah, Martial's gone. Like they're missing like 5 players that could make an impact on their team, and they're missing their best player, which is Paul Pogba. So when you're talking about guys that's like could start, you're talking about 4 guys that's like starters.
And to be honest with you, when I saw the weird buttons on the table that they showed for the pregame,
I was like, this is the weirdest. I was like, what's going on here?
I'm like, hey, what happened?
Like, what is this?
Do we not have checkers? Are we firing the graphics team?
Like, like I don't even need you to show graphics, but like don't show me a wood thing game. Don't show me Milton. Don't show me Milton Bradley. Oh. They should have had a Ouija board thing on there.
Oh, that'd be creepy. I'm so down. The thing is when I saw that lineup, I was like, well, look, Pogba's not starting, so PSG, you got this. Like literally, the last game I watched, only person that was like relatively a danger was Paul Pogba, and that's because
he got shut down.
He got shut down. I'm like, well, the reason it's like if anybody else honestly gets it off or gets it cracking is because Pogba is either being the focal point or he's creating it happen. Like he's everything on that team, and every time I watch him, like he's the reason.
He's the best player on the team.
Off top.
Like by far. Like if anybody says who's the best player on the team,
he's one of the best players in England, hands down.
One of the best players in the world, really.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna say like who's the best player at Manchester, a lot of teams you can't say like, oh, this is the best player. No. But like,
I mean, when you're doing the drawing board or the wood board that Bleacher Board has,
yeah,
you're gonna put that 6 number and be like,
yeah, you're gonna be like, that's the best player on their team.
We gotta be on him.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, second minute goal, Lukaku. Wow, I didn't even see it. I was looking down. I was like, what the hell?
And when I messaged you, I was like, what?
I had to rewind it. I was like, what the hell just happened?
When it happened, I was like,
yeah, right. So Lukaku scores the goal. Thilo Kehrer has a horrible back pass.
Starlet.
Lukaku gets on the end of it, and he puts it in the back of the net. Honestly, this is not the first Thilo Kehrer mistake that we've seen. I think his first game he gave up a penalty. We've seen Thilo Kehrer make some big mistakes in games. I don't want to attribute it to him being young or anything. I just feel like, maybe his football IQ is not that great.
Yeah. Or he's bad awareness.
Yeah, and I think partly he likes to fashion himself as a 2-footed player. Like, I've seen him say this, like, I'm just as good at my right as my left. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe you need to pick one, bro. Like, maybe you need to pick one, bro. Because I don't know what's really good right now. Like, maybe you need to just go ahead and pick one, dog.
It's looking like you got one foot, and you're in the backfield. Just use that one foot.
Yeah, just outside the boot it with the one that works.
Here we made it. We attack a 1-footed player on the offensive end. If you're in the backfield,
do what you
got
do,
one
bro.
foot, homie. Just keep it. It's all good.
Ask Kimpembe.
You don't got to front like you don't got to front like you're a Marcelo. Just chill.
Ask Kimpembe. Just do what you got to do, bro. Anyway, so
that's a bar.
What in the world does that say? Oh, but there was a good play on that, even though it ended up being a goal. It was smart, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it was smart that Thiago Silva did not foul Lukaku.
I agree.
He niggled him in the back there, but he didn't foul him, and I thought that was really smart.
Never heard that word before.
Because he kind of got back there and like put his legs in there. Because remember, Lukaku had to kind of tripped up. He had to go around.
Yeah.
So he could have easily missed that shot.
He could have got,
or it could have gotten saved by.
He could have fouled him and got a red. So
exactly.
I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah,
either. I think it was good. But you got to pick your battles.
Yeah, and he did something that could have easily made it that Lukaku could miss that shot, but Lukaku got it in. He's a starting 9 in a big team. He should make that shot.
Yeah, you're gonna get some props to Lukaku right there, right?
Yeah, no, it's a good shot. Okay. That wasn't easy for sure, and he was hustling too.
Yeah,
and I think he does hustle. I would never knock him for not hustling. He's just not like elite. But there's not that many 9s in the world, so you give $100 million, dog. There ain't that many center forward. Okay, 7th minute, I put PSG is knocking on the door of a goal. Man U is parking the bus, and that's probably not going to work. 12th minute, Juan Bernat scored a goal, assist by Mbappe. Bailly was like super lazy. He actually ended up keeping Mbappe onside and then did not run with Juan Bernat. So like literally that goal is all Bailly's fault.
Well, I know this is a Bailly's like second game back though, I believe.
I don't know.
He was out for like months and months for an injury.
Yeah,
I know it's like his recent game back, so I'm sure he's
dealing with
stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever.
I mean, it showed later, but
well, yeah, because he did
come subbed out injured.
Yeah, but yeah, like I mean that play.
It was his fault. I agree.
Yeah, that play was like Mbappe was like. Sometimes you got to look across that line and you got to see, okay, like let me get up because Mbappe was like
it's defender standard, like he knows what he's doing.
And then he kind of just like
he knew what he was doing.
He got a little bit lazy, and then Juan Bernat ran right past him. Okay, this is what I put after that. I put that Rashford just probably isn't 100% from that Liverpool match. Like I feel like Rashford was kind of wasn't like as explosive.
Worst haircut.
Terrible. Early, I put like Man U looked like they had 10 men. Like PSG was all over them.
Yeah.
In the 17th minute, Rashford was limping a little bit, but I guess he was okay. I put United. Man United look like they have no midfield.
Like at all.
Yeah. 29th minute, Kara almost got caught out there again because he slipped and Rashford got around him. But Rashford's cross was like ended up going out of bounds, I think it was. But Kara almost got caught out there again. 30th minute, Lukaku scores another goal off of Rashford. Just shot that Bale Champions League Liverpool final shot. What's his name? Buffon spills it.
Yeah.
And Lukaku
Grandpa Buffon.
Yeah, and Lukaku comes and cleans it up.
Yeah.
So, and I think that was a very smart play by Rashford. You got space, shoot that ball on target.
I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, he saw what happened last year when you shoot that ball from far away at him.
Shoot the ball on target.
You never know.
Shoot the ball on target.
Make him work for it.
Yeah.
And I remember that game. It was pouring.
Yeah, it was raining.
It was pouring. They always say when it's pouring, shoot those long shots.
Shoot that ball on target. Dog.
Yeah. See, it was good.
Yes, he was good. 34th minute, Di Maria got a yellow. Now, this is what you're going to think is going to be cap, but like I swear that I wrote this. I put which PSG player is going to give up a penalty. I swear to you.
You really wrote that?
I swear I wrote that. I was like, which PSG player is going to give up a penalty? Because honestly, like when it's 2-1, I'm like, one of these guys is going to mess up. I'm like, one of these dudes is going to mess up. I seen Thiago Silva jump one time and get a handball. I've seen these guys give up penalties late in games. I'm like, one of these dudes is gonna just have a mental lapse and mess up. But let's continue the game. 36 minute, Diogo Dalot came on for Bailly. I got something for him next. Right after that, I put Kara looks nervous. This is also what I put, and then we're gonna get into this a little bit later too. I put it's such a waste having Mbappe playing centrally. Such a waste. Mbappe should be where Dani Alves is.
You know what's interesting, because I wanted to actually about the game, because I know a lot of people that are proponents of Mbappe allegedly being a 9. It's like you're enjoying those one or two
spurts like you said
moments.
last time.
Yeah, spurts. When it sucks, because a player with that much skill, talent, speed, you're able to better utilize that at the wing positions or farther back, where you can receive the ball directly from midfield or directly from the back line. I'm gonna go
off after the game.
I agree, and as you should. It's just like what you like in those 3 great plays is a damn shame, because he could give you a higher clip if you just.
I'm gonna go off after this game. I'm gonna go off because these people have no idea. 42nd minute, your boy Dalot put the off-white tanny sauce on Juan Bernat. I wish that I had that clip. I don't know if you remember.
Benzema's was better.
Oh, it probably was. But this dude I never heard of, Dalot, came on and put that sauce on Bernat.
Dalot straight out of Portugal.
Yeah, he sure is. He put like a slow step over. It was like that slow crossover, kind of when you bring it up and you kind of like go slow. Sometimes that should get you. Sometimes you be like,
what if in a replay saw like Dalot's tongue was out? Like,
like he could have been. He has a little sauce on him for being a defender.
I think because he plays some fullback too. That's why.
Yeah, he was actually pretty good. I mean, he had some crazy passes and wild crosses, but like that play, I was like, hey, I've never seen Juan Bernat do that to somebody
ever.
And Bernat's like actually fast. Like Dalot's slow, and he put that move on him. Going into halftime, coming out of halftime, in the 55th minute, I put that Man U's looking better in the second half so far. 56th minute, there's a goal called offside on Di Maria, and it was definitely offside. They showed it on VAR. 69th minute, Draxler got hurt. It looked like a hamstring. 70th minute, Paredes and Meunier come on for Thilo Kehrer and Julian Draxler. My ass put that they should sub Marcus Rashford.
Oops.
Yeah. 75th minute, Paredes got a yellow card. I put after that Ashley Young is the Marvin Harrison of soccer.
Wow. I'm with that, and no one in history has ever said that Ashley Young is the Marvin Harrison
He's the Marvin
of
Harrison.
soccer.
I was like, look at this guy. They're like showing him. He's like looking. I'm like, this guy looks like Marvin Harrison to me for some reason. Like he doesn't look like him, but
he has a Marvin Harrison feel,
like, consistent kind of thing. And I also put whatever happened to that the prostitution charges that De Gea had. He had some charges a couple years ago about like some underage prostitutes or something like that, or some kind of ring. I should look that up because I was like, I remember that.
Snitching.
Yeah. 80th minute, some dude named Tahith Chong came on for
crazy hair.
Yeah, came on for Pereira. I was like, who is that?
He's a Dutch winger, I think.
He's Dutch? Okay.
Yeah.
84th minute,
I believe.
PSG 84th minute, PSG big chance, but Mbappe ended up falling down. 87th minute, Mason Green came on. No, wait, Mason Greenwood?
Curaçao.
Okay.
Of course.
87th minute, Mason Greenwood, I think it was, came on for Ashley Young.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm a basic human Greenwood.
Yeah.
I'm very basic human.
I'm like, right, shout out to American players that can't go nowhere. These guys are randos.
They're like, oh, apparently he's balling out in the youth level. That's what they're saying.
I'm like, damn, ain't no American player.
I heard the word prolific and I got mad. I'm like, right? Prolific?
Yeah, we'll see.
Watch you put like 15 goals in 4 minutes.
I'm down.
You're down.
Watch it. You should do it in the next round. Lukaku, I put after that, Lukaku never wins balls in the air. Okay, so now we're getting to the end of the game. And, I did put which PSG player is going to give him a penalty, but at this point I'm kind of thinking that's not going to happen. 90th minute. Now, I did see Dalot bang that ball and then go out for a corner. I did see that.
I mean, yeah, he like a lob shot it.
And they showed the replay, and I'm like, yeah, it came off Kimpembe's elbow. But I was like, okay, went out for a corner, whatever. Like, then I see that ref pointing that ear and start walking over to the side, to the halfway line. He start walking out of bounds. I'm like, okay, they're gonna go to VAR, and as they should. When I'm looking at the play, I'm like, honestly, that could go either way. The reason is because
I want to hear your reasoning because I disagree.
I just feel like it could go either way. I'm not the one to say that it's a penalty. But I'm not going to say that it's necessarily not a penalty. The reason why, I'm trying to keep Caesar from not shaking his head here. Mm-hmm. The reason why is because the ball hit his elbow and it flew the other way. Like now, granted, let me just say this.
Trajectory is
hold on, let me just say this.
Okay.
I don't know the actual rules. I ain't read no rule book. I don't know the 3.4 whatever. Hold on, let me just finish. What I'm looking at
3.4.
Yeah, I don't know the bylaws.
The measure.
I don't know, but
the Queen's book.
Yeah, I'm looking at the play on slow motion, which I'm assuming they look at on VAR too. I'm assuming they look at it in slow motion too. I don't know. Does anybody know what they do in VAR? I'm like, if you look at it in slow motion, the ball did hit his elbow and it flew. It changed the trajectory of the ball from a penalizing part of your body. So for me, I'm like, okay, I could see it going either way. I don't think it's necessarily a penalty, but I don't think it's necessarily not a penalty either. So when they called it a penalty, I'm like, well, that's just where the cookie crumble. But Caesar, what you got to say?
I know that the rule is supposed to be any extended limb of your body deflecting the balls is a handball. Mm-hmm. But I felt that call was unfair because the player was completely turned around.
He was.
Literally, the ball hit the back of his elbow as he's facing the goal. And I don't think what more could you honestly have asked of him? Kind of like, I mean, yeah, he didn't have his body like this, but he was in the air, so your body's just like flying. I thought it was. I remember.
I agree that it's unfair.
Okay. I remember I've heard penalty calls before, and they always talk about your body in a natural position.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a natural position. I think it was out of the ordinary. I didn't think it was crazy. Yeah. Now, if he had jumped in the air and went like this, like or even like just like this, no, it was like this, like. It was like I went like this. I'm like, your body's just moving through the sky.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Honestly,
and it was a game fucking changer call. I'm not watching my language. It was a game changer.
It was.
So when it's a game changer to me, I'm like, hey man, do you think that handball was is that handball really enough to determine the entire outcome of a match? It wasn't a one-on-one opportunity. It was a prayer cross. Dalot basically was like, I'm supposed to cross this, but wait, I have time to shoot. And he shot it kind of shot it, but it wasn't like a great shot or anything. It just he put the ball over there.
Yeah, it was definitely.
I think personally I think it was a terrible call. I'm just keeping. I think it's a terrible call. I agree. I can see what you're saying, and I understand that it can be called a pen. I'm not saying it's impossible for that being a handball. It's not an impossible call.
That's basically where I'm coming from.
It's not an impossible call, but I thought it was really, really unfair because that call is like
like that's the issue. A lot of I mean, look, you gotta flip back 45 episodes ago when we talked about VAR's trash.
40 literally.
The game when
episode 57.
When comments are made by commentators and a former player, people talk about how this is a game and this is beautiful because this is a sport. You gotta understand that soccer is not about what referees have decided. Soccer is not about how much. It's not about what's going on in the booth and a video replay. It's about what's going on the field, what's happening in the game. Yeah. That's what makes the game beautiful. That's what it's about. And I'm thinking you're giving like this VAR thing is giving too much power to refs. Like it's too much power for people to determine outcomes. Let the outcome of the game be determined on the field by the players.
I think it's too much power, not to refs, but to people that are not on the field.
Yeah,
because the ref has power, but he's on the field. Those guys aren't on the field.
They're up in some booth hanging out.
So the thing is, like, I don't know if they watch the play in slow motion. I'm like, if you watch it in slow motion, that kind of sucks too. But when you say it's unfair, I kind of agree that it's unfair. But also, I'm saying it's not impossible. So when I seen the replay, I'm like, you know what? That could be a penalty. It doesn't have to be, but it doesn't have to not be.
I don't think it should be.
Like for me, it's not. But like, as like outside of myself, I'm like. It could be though. Like somebody could be like, it's a penalty because this, and this. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. But like, it is what it is.
But I mean, that game. I mean, PSG. I thought they were all over them.
Well, let me just say this. Okay, so they call the penalty. I'm like, wow. I wonder if even Kimpembe got a yellow card because I feel like if that's a penalty, he should get a yellow card for that. I didn't even realize it was inside the box. To be honest with you, where he hit the ball. I thought it was interesting.
It was?
Yeah. I didn't realize it was inside the box. I thought he was outside the box.
Oh, actually. I thought it was inside. I knew it was inside the box.
Okay, you did. Okay. Rashford to take. Well, I just kind of was like, oh, damn, it's actually inside the box, too. Rashford took the penalty. I was like, damn, no Lukaku? That's interesting. 95th minute, Cavani comes on for Dani Alves. Oof. And the game ends 3-1.
They let him play another 4 minutes. It was like 98 minutes.
Dog, it was insane. I was like, yo, they're gonna call this match or what? So yeah, the game ended 3-1 to Manchester United. Now this is what I wanted to say off top. This is what happens when you play players out of position. And what happened to Thomas Tuchel being a genius? What happened to that? Because obviously, he's not no goddamn genius. What he's been doing is playing players in different places. Caesar, tinkering. And then now your ass is out. That's what happens when you play players out of position.
Got out in the same damn place everybody else has been out.
Caesar, exactly. Caesar, last game, we both said, Cavani was out. We both said, yo, why don't you start Choupo-Moting, play a center forward so Mbappe can be in his right position? Yeah. This game, you got 2 center forwards on the bench. I understand Cavani's coming back from injury. You got Choupo-Moting there. Why don't you play Mbappe in his position? Why you got 35-year-old Dani Alves out there the whole game? Dani Alves last season Champions League against Real Madrid, the second leg. Dani Alves was the worst player on the field. Dani Alves this game, like I'm not saying he had a bad game necessarily, but you got him like in these offensive positions on the right wing when you can literally have Kylian Mbappe there going one-on-one against Luke Shaw and battling against some fullback or whoever or McTominay or something. You're playing players out of position because you think it's cool. You wasted Mbappe. You literally wasted Mbappe in these 2 legs. Hold on, I'm gonna
no go ahead
because you're talking about this like you said. You're gonna get spurts. Mbappe's gonna give you. He's
that's
a very
cute.
talented,
That's cute. You got a spurt,
but you could get the best out of him. How the hell you gonna be the only goddamn team in the world that got 2 center forwards sitting on the bench, and you got a winger out there playing as a 9 because you think it's
you got a fullback at winger?
Yeah, you're gonna tell me that's
38,
right?
Whatever he is.
Now I hate to be calling somebody out. They're probably not gonna listen to this, but one of them dudes from PSG talk. I hear him talking about literally they maybe it was the PSG. I don't know who it was. Mark Damon. I don't know, but they're talking about who. This was the tweet. If they keep Mbappe as a center forward, who should they get? Who should PSG get to play to replace him on the wing? I'm like, dog, what are you talking about? Mbappe is not a center forward. I tweet back. He's like, yeah, but he's been doing good. Dog, he's been playing there for 4 games or something like that. That's not his position. Why are you going to play somebody in position? It's like putting Neymar as a CDM. Why are you going to put him in a position that's not his position?
It's like putting Neymar at striker. Like, why would you do that?
No,
for real. Like, why?
Put the player in his right position. I would imagine that Mbappe don't have enough clout with Tuchel to be like, hey, like, let me get back on the wing so I can do my thing. I don't understand what... I know I'm going off.
No.
I just don't understand what makes you be like, okay, we need to score a goal this second half. Like, we need to score a goal so they can get off our ass. Because if they score a goal again, we're out. So we got to score a goal. In the second half of that game, PSG needs to score a goal.
Yeah.
Put Mbappe in his right position. Eric Choupo-Moting is not somebody that scores hella goals. He's not somebody in there to score goals for you. But you don't need him in there necessarily to score goals. You need him to keep possession, put some center back on your back, keep possession, and distribute the ball. And if the ball drops to you, shoot it on target. That's all we need from you.
It's like when you,
and he can do that.
It's almost like when you have a center and you're like, you're not here to put 30. You have to put 30 up. But if something
you to get
doesn't
12
work,
rebounds.
You might get that garbage bucket. Clean up.
Exactly. Clean up. And that's what because forget about Cavani. Cavani's coming off injury. I guess you don't want to play him necessarily, but he's good enough to be on the bench. But why are you going to be like in the second half? Put Mbappe in his correct position. But that's what happens when you don't play players in your right position. You go out to sorry-ass Manchester United. They're whack.
They didn't look good.
They're not good, dog.
They're
not
like,
even
they
good.
They were like lobbing the ball to the front line every day.
They're going to finish.
Ugly.
Lukaku never won one ball in the air. Manchester United is going to finish like 6th or 5th in EPL this year. Watch. And that's the team that beat PSG because Thomas Tuchel, and there's a part of me that almost like blames these people on Twitter and the media. Mbappe is a winger. You got a center forward backup guy. Put him on the goddamn wing and put Di Maria on the other side and then let Draxler and Verratti and whoever else be in the midfield and get it cracking.
You have opportunities like highlighting what Mbappe did well in 4 games in that position is taken away from what you could truly benefit if you put the man in where he excels at.
All his other highlights is playing in his real position.
Yeah, it just infuriates me that you can look at something. It's like looking at something in like a narrow perspective. Yes. You're not looking at the entire scope of things.
We're the only ones that do that.
Mbappe, clearly, Mbappe, I'm not saying that Mbappe cannot play the position.
Yeah, of course
he can play. He's not stupid. Yeah. He's extremely talented.
He's played with 2 very good center forwards, so he knows what to do.
He's intelligent. He's ridiculous talented. Probably arguably the most talented player in the world, especially at his age. Yeah. He can do that. But when you are allegedly a genius coach, when you follow a team so long and you allegedly know the game, why would you not want to benefit from his full skill set? Exactly. A lot of the highlights that Mbappe had, he was creating things for others. Yeah. Now, think about it for a second. Why would you need that only happening at center forward when you could have it at a wide angle?
Yes.
You could stretch the defense out.
Yes.
You have people committing to stop this guy out there. What happens in the middle? It's open as hell. Yes. It's more space. Put fucking Draxler in the middle. I don't care. Do something.
It really just...
It's not about moving. It's not about moving the little guys. It's about keeping your main player playing at what he excels at the best, his best position, and everybody else fill in from there. Choupo-Moting, sometimes he's playing goddamn left back, put him whatever they put him, midfield, put him at striker. You know, like, it's just like...
Choupo-Moting playing left
sometimes he's way the hell back there, kicking it, and I don't know what he's doing, hanging out in the back.
Oh, you mean like defending it?
Yeah, sometimes he's in the midfield or whatever. Put him in the striker. What are we doing out here? What is Tuchel... Like, this is my question with Tuchel. Is his objective to prove he's a good coach or to prove he's a genius?
Are you trying to win games or look cool?
Yeah.
Are you trying to win games or look cool?
What's your real motivation?
Yeah, are you trying to win games?
Because to me in that game, it looked like to me when I saw the starting lineup, I'm like, this is a fucking cap right now. Like you're trying to like show me you're somebody dope. That you got Dani Alves on the right wing. You know what's hilarious? Ask any Brazilian coach who they have, hey man, what you want Dani Alves out there in the right wing? Like, you know what? I don't know, dog.
You remember what the goddamn Maradona said? If he put one cross out of 25 or something like that, is good.
Maradona basically said that Danny Alves is Brazil's Benjamin Mendy.
Basically. Now, here's my thing, too. It's like, I understand in the first leg against Manchester United that you want to have, that you putting Mbappe centrally. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
But in the second, and even in the second leg, okay, let's just do the same thing, see if it works. But when you go into halftime, dog, you need to score a goal, dude. I remember one time against, I think it was against Marseille. Mbappe didn't start the game for whatever reason. They brought Mbappe on. The dude literally just like catches somebody on a counter, just runs by them and score a goal. You think Mbappe can't do that against Manchester United? Of course he can. Even though Luke Shaw's a good player and he's actually pretty fast.
Yeah, for Trevor Boy.
Yeah, but like, just put the guy in his correct position in the second half. Putting on Paredes and Muniz, like, I don't know what you're doing, dog, but like, you need to score a goal. I mean, okay, he had to take Draxler
Meunier
out.
is fair. Yeah, Meunier. I understand why Meunier come in because you're taking out the fullback kid or whatever.
But you didn't have to take him out necessarily, but you got to take out Draxler. But whatever you want, Tilo Kehra's nervous, whatever. But dog, in the second half, you need to score a goal. Put Choupo-Moting in, put Cavani in, put somebody that can play centrally, so Mbappe can get on there and swag it up.
What to you makes a coach a genius or smart?
I don't even know what the hell a genius coach is, but all you need to do is put the players at the right position. That's all you need to do.
I don't even think I think it's overhyped as hell to call him a genius. I think it's just like what I like to see in a coach is a coach that just does this. Just make a halftime adjustment. Am I asking for too much? To me, it looks like in soccer, all they care about is a coach that goes in the locker room and screams on a little bit, and then they think that's great.
Caesar, I'm gonna tell you right now what they call a coach a genius for. If he puts in young guys and they win the game still, that's it.
Yeah, that's a bar because they'll be like, oh wow, what a ballsy call.
He put in this young guy, and they still won the game.
I bet that's why Solari even be like, oh no, Vinicius, go out there the whole game, you know.
But
and I'm not saying Vinicius isn't good or anything.
No, yeah.
And of course, they've capitalized from him being there, but that doesn't make him a genius doing that.
Zidane brought some young guys in, put him some young
Zidane
talent.
was putting Asensio in those matches, scoring those goals. That didn't make Asensio. That didn't make Zidane a genius for Asensio getting to score those Copa del Rey random goals.
and he put in Lucas Vazquez too. But it's like, I don't think you're only a genius after you win the games that matter.
And you win.
Like, I don't care about
win a few of them Champions Leagues in a row. That kind of makes you smart.
I don't care about like winning the games that don't really matter. Like, show me that you can win these games, because it doesn't make any sense to me to sit here and talk about Tuchel being amazing or like what he's done before, because this was the game that mattered. And honestly, what do I know? But I'm just like, put Mbappe in his right position. Put Mbappe where he can benefit from his talent. Why are you playing him centrally, especially when you have two center forwards sitting on the bench? You're the only team in the world that has two center forwards sitting on the bench. Two. Mbappe is not a center forward. He can do it, but he doesn't want to do that. That's like, like you said, it's like putting Neymar there. Yeah, Neymar knows. Okay, like,
Neymar will probably do a great job, but do you want Neymar to be out there doing a great job, or do you want Neymar out there showing why he's world class? Yeah. Why is he world class? Because these guys are so good. I'm sure they could do specific things. LeBron James. I'm sure if you told LeBron James you're only gonna rebound the ball and put it back up, and he said okay, like some robot.
He bought into it.
He bought into it, and he's like, I'm gonna be a center. I'm only gonna do this. I'm sure he would do fine.
Yeah,
he would do fine. He might even be amazing.
Yeah,
like he might be top center in the league. But does that a position in which LeBron is gonna exercise his whole skill set? No. Is that where he's going to be a game changer? No. So why would you do that to him?
Yeah, you're going to get spurts from Mbappe.
LeBron James is a small forward. But do you think they told him, oh, you're not allowed, don't dribble the ball up the field, you're a small forward, just stay down there in the wing and you'll receive the ball? No, he's going to take that ball up the field. He's going to make the offense, even though he's not the point guard. So it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous to me. I'm like, that's not like, when I saw the Twitter exchange too, I'm like, okay, like, you're not understanding the premise of the discussion. The discussion is not that Mbappe can't play a center forward. It's the discussion is supposed to be, why would you do that to him when you could have him here?
Where he played, that's his real position. I'm like, I thought you were a fan. Like, what the hell you been watching?
When Brazilian Ronaldo was scoring those goals, and then they went and they had, I don't know if it was the same year, they had Van Nistelrooy, maybe I'm wrong or same thing. Do they think they went, maybe we should put Brazilian Ronaldo in the midfield?
Yeah, exactly.
No, they went, gonna keep him there because That's what he does really, really good.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's just even that stuff kind of stems with the bleep thing too. Like, bleep the 9, bleep the 9. I'm like, dude, stop it.
Yeah.
Like he's literally the most left on the wing guy of all time, and then he, as you do in a game, moves around a little bit. Sometimes fills those roles. But he's not committed. You're wasting him, committing him just to that middle.
I've seen Bleep.
Look at them crosses he be putting in.
Yeah, exactly. I seen Bleep say, like, I'm not doing that. That's not what I do. He was like,
You got me twisted.
Yeah, like, I dribble at these lame left backs. Or right backs.
These left backs, I think they somebody.
Yeah, let me get some right back. Let me put these...
Where Florenzi at?
Yeah, exactly.
Where he at? He here?
But yeah,
right
I don't know. It's just a shame that PSG... Like, yeah, you went out on... For the person that thinks it's a bullshit penalty... You went out on a bullshit penalty, but that's your fault.
Yeah. Oh, the entire.
But don't put yourself in a position where you're nervous at the end of the game. Oh my God, no.
The tweets.
Score goals.
There was tweets going on saying stuff like, Farmers League, what now, blah blah, that kind of thing. Like you have that mood going on. But I was watching him like, hey, like this is still one goal away. Second of all, no matter what happens, no matter what you've called, think about everything you've called Tuchel up to now, everything you felt about Mbappe playing right now. Mbappe in that game, did he score?
No, he did not. He had an assist.
But did he score in the game?
No, he did not.
No, he didn't. So he had an assist. He didn't score.
He didn't really have any chances like that.
Like everything. It looked like everything. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real. He had that 1-on-1 that I remember. He kind of stumbled himself. That could have been a goal, but
he fell down.
He fell down.
He didn't even shoot the ball.
So like. Nothing that Tuchel did.
To be honest with you, I don't think he had a shot on target. I can't remember.
What Tuchel literally did nothing this year at all that was better than last year.
Genius. You anointed this man a genius for no damn reason, bruh. They're already out of it.
And when they signed Tuchel, I remember you went over Tuchel's track.
He ain't done shit.
He ain't done nothing.
I'm just like, yo, I want to see the stuff first. Like, you look good, it's fine, but like it doesn't matter until it matters. Like, you didn't prove nothing to me until it's the game that matters. I just wanted to see, okay, dog, we're in the second half of this game against Manchester United. It's 2-1. You gotta score a goal.
And I'm gonna keep it real. If you are using this lame term like, oh, someone's a genius, this is the better time than ever to see what they're really about. I don't care what you've done against random games against Strasbourg or whatever.
I don't care about what you did against Lyon or Monaco or Marseille. I don't care about that either.
In this Champions League playoff, what are you really about? What's really going on? Yeah. If we are going to go by this, if we're going to go by this corny footballing genius rhetoric,
you can't get past Man U. Where like,
and not even Man U. That wasn't even. I don't know what the hell that team was.
Dog, they're whole
at
game.
one point in the game, they subbed in the Rick James,
yes,
and they subbed in some dude named Greenwood. I've never seen.
Dog, literally,
I'm pretty sure if I pulled the game up, one of those, I don't even know. I've never even like these players. I'm like, what are they doing? What's going on? They got Fred. Fred ain't even really been doing nothing out here.
Fred ain't played since like the third game of the season.
I'm like, Fred has only looked good when Pogba's been on the field.
Caesar, you're telling me right now, PSG lost against a team that had two hits girth and Colin Greenwood or something, and Fred, one name Fred.
They had Rick James out there.
Like, I'm like,
Fred.
Dog. You had Rockwell Rashford.
Yeah, they lost against a team that had a guy named Fred on the field and a guy named Luke Shaw.
McTominay.
I'm like, who's this dude?
Like, yo, I'm like, you and
PSG had Kylian Mbappe on the field. This was the guy they were drooling over after the summer. They were drooling. They were saying he surpassed Neymar and all this. What's going on out here?
Oh, you know who's happy? Neymar.
Hey, dog.
You know Neymar's happy, just like last year.
I'm not gonna lie though. He was going hard in the face. He was going
came
hard.
off. That's cute, but you know he's happy. You think he's gonna be there next year? He's like, yeah, they can't win jack without me. Second time in a row that he's been out in the second.
You think him and Bleeper and WhatsApp like?
You know how many K's they putting? But yeah,
hey man, the K's.
Yeah. But it's really a shame because I'm just like, I just wanted to see a simple adjustment and you put Mbappe in his right position. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, he's gonna,
especially if but like you said, if they started the game off like that, it's fine because you won. Like,
I understand.
But the situation's like in the second half, it was a different game.
You gotta score a goal. You gotta score a goal.
Or even in the game, make an adjustment. Bring Motain in.
You have to score a goal. Like,
or bring Cavani early because Cavani was able to play.
Yeah,
so bring him in earlier.
So because literally the reason why I said okay, who's gonna give up a penalty at the end of the game? Because I'm like, if PSG loses game, it's gonna be a mistake at the end when it's too late. Caesar, you're telling me you're going into the second half. You know, as the coach, hey, this is the score. If this is the score, we go through. But god daggone it, if it gets to the 88th minute and they score, we're done. We're not gonna score some goal with 3 minutes left. That's not gonna happen. So we got to score a goal, and you have this amazing talent here, Kylian Mbappe. Let me put him in the place where he's used to getting it cracking. Matter of fact, you should put him on the left so he can really get it cracking, because that's where Neymar usually is. Let me put you over there so you can really get it popping. Get you on Ashley.
You get a one-on-one with
Ashley. Let me get you over here so somebody can get some yellow cards and get a red card over there.
Subbed out.
Yeah. Let me get that going. But no, let me just leave him there. And let me bring in Thomas Meunier and Paredes.
They literally subbed out Marvin Harrison for... I believe it was for Greenwood.
Yeah.
You subbed out defenders, so they probably had 3 in the back line. You still didn't put Mbappe there just to have more space. That's even better.
Caesar, a dude named Tahith Chong came in, and he was on the field when they beat PSG at home.
Rick James
beat
out there.
PSG at home, dog. Tahith Chong.
It's a wild name.
Off thine self. Anyway, yeah. So PSG's out of here once again. And literally like. It's so embarrassing. Like literally, dog. Like PSG sucks. Like, I'm sorry, you lost to that Man U team. You suck, bruh. You're not good. You're gonna win the league again, and maybe you'll win that cup, and that's it. And literally, like,
tell me something I don't know.
And Man U is gonna be fifth. Is gonna be behind Arsenal and Chelsea in the EPL. And please, Lord, let Lyon beat Barcelona. Okay, Caesar. That was hella game recaps. Do you want to skip? Because we were going to talk about this playing FIFA lower or raise football IQ. Do you want to talk about that or you want to save it?
What are we going to skip for?
To talk about... Because honestly, like, this might sound weird, but like, when I saw the thing about City replacing Puma with Nike, and they're talking about that much money, I'm like, yo, like, what Caesar's the fashion guy. Like, Caesar's like the dude, the shoes guy. Like, can he tell me the significance of this
We can talk about that.
Let me pull up this article. So, yeah, so we'll skip the FIFA thing.
I agree partly about the FIFA thing, by the way.
That it does raise it or lower it?
I don't think it raises
Let's talk about it just really fast.
Quick. I just think that FIFA raises your knowledge about football if you come from a 0 to nothing. If you come from a nothing background. But I think if you primarily watch football and then you use FIFA's ref points... That's where I think FIFA ruins you. Because if you're starting to intertwine the two, life doesn't work like this. It don't work like this. I'm sorry. You put him above at striker, I'm sure you score 85 goals in a year on career mode with him at striker. But let me tell you something right now. It doesn't work like this in real life. Because when you're watching the games in real life, all the players are always like concentrated on one side of the field. And FIFA, those guys be like still spread out like crazy. It's not like this.
Okay, let me just say, since we're going to talk about it really fast, FIFA's been around since 1993. They've sold over 260 million copies of this game. Over 260 million copies of this game.
My first copy of FIFA was FIFA 98 World Cup Edition.
That's what's up. Okay, this is what I think. I think it helps in team and player recognition.
Yes.
Like, by far.
Oh, yeah.
Even for people that watch soccer, like, you still...
Oh, that's the guy, use him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Tahith Chong.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think it helps necessarily when it comes to like positioning and tactics. Just like we're hearing, just like the Mbappe thing, and like people talking about Harry Kane replacing Bleep. Like, what?
Nah, man. It's not like this.
Exactly. Even though that's the media people talking about that, but whatever.
They play too.
They be playing too, exactly. And I also think it makes people get the wrong idea about formations. We had to talk about formations maybe like our 8th episode, which was, I'm sure, bars the whole way around. But that was like summer 2017. When it comes to formations, like we said before, like it's not necessarily about the formations, it's about putting the best players in their best position and like what that kind of like you got to build the formation around like the best players in their best position.
Absolutely.
So I think it helps with the recognition and like knowing the teams and players, but not necessarily about what's the best position of a person and like tactics itself. But yeah, that's that. But let me just get into this this article really fast. When I seen about Manchester City and Nike and Puma, I was like, what on earth? That's a lot of bread. So Manchester City have signed a long-term kit deal with the German company Puma, who will replace Nike from next season in a 10-year agreement worth £65 million a season. This is £650 million deal. Caesar's not even shocked by that. He's like, yeah, sounds about right.
I mean, the Chelsea, Adidas to Nike move, what I believe was $35 million
a year.
A year, yeah,
Insane.
I remember they brought that in a group one time.
Okay. The contract covers City's sister operations in Australia, Spain, Uruguay, and China, but the Premier League champions will receive the bulk of the money in what is thought to be the second most lucrative equipment package in English football. Manchester United current deal with Adidas brings in around $73 million a year.
Nike.
Who?
Oh, Manchester United.
Yeah. While Barcelona are out in front in Europe with a contract with Nike worth £132 million a season. I don't even like. Why do you pay them to wear your jersey? I just don't understand. Like, I don't.
What do you mean? Why? It's like brand recognition, exposure.
Yeah, but like you barely see the Adidas or the
No,
Nike.
you can tell.
Really?
Yeah, you can tell.
So you think that this is like makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I don't have an issue with it.
I mean, whatever. I mean, it's
I just want to know when is Puma gonna send out Senegal some new jerseys? They
Okay,
still
but
wearing the
Caesar-
same kits for the AFCON. What's going on
Okay,
here,
but
dog?
Caesar, like, it's £65 million a year for City to wear Puma. Why does Puma care that much?
Because I think it helps Puma because Puma's always kind of seen as at the top two-headed monster. Puma's always seen floating in that third position, and I think it helps them just kind of get more and more of a trackhold. You know, get more of a foot in there as a main brand, like a foot, like as a main brand.
Clout? Are you buying clout?
You're paying for clout for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they gonna make Yeezy Boost moves in their Reeboks?
I make easy boost.
Bringing tears to my eyes.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I like Puma.
Okay.
Puma got fresh stuff.
Okay, really quick. Okay, so do you want to talk about UFC or what?
Yeah, we can get a crack a little bit.
I mean, damn, dog, we can get like a hella long. I mean, whatever. We does this. Okay, really quick before you talk about UFC,
I'm turning into UFCCs right now.
Oh man, you're probably gonna punch me in the face.
I'm so down.
Okay, Danubio, one of the teams in Uruguay, legendary team, only because Cavani used to play for them. Starting March 4th, a couple days ago. Relax.
Biased news source.
This is obviously is Women's History Month, so this month they will be having on their shirts. They're doing a campaign which is called "Look at Caesar, Don't Even Care, Want to Go Away." They're doing a campaign, Danubio FC in Uruguay, called "Numbers to Which We Turn Our Backs." That's the campaign, and their jerseys are going to have numbers that correlate with the statistic that shows like inequality towards women. I don't know if it's worldwide or just in Uruguay, but I thought that was really dope. Similar to the what was it? Un Rosso a la Violencia in Italy. When they put the red lipstick on their face to talk about domestic violence in Italy. This is something they're doing at Danubio, the team in Uruguay. I think that's really cool. And, if you're listening to this, if you think that's cool, send them a tweet. Say, it's really dope.
Show them some love.
Yeah, show them some love because obviously football is a male-dominated sport. So things like this bring awareness to inequality towards women. I think that's really important. And I think it shows something real progressive on the part of that team. Danubio, which Cavani did used to play for them. Obviously, he's the best center forward of all time.
Whoa, Jesus!
So that's important. Okay, Caesar, UFCC is getting there, trying to get his stuff. There were some big fights this weekend. Your boy Tyrone Woodley got mollywopped.
There was. I'm gonna actually.
John Jones, got to fight even though he failed that drug test.
All right,
Drugs Jones.
Okay, relax. I don't like doing this. I want to show you something before. I gotta show you something before I start talking.
All right, guys, that's episode 97.
Really? Like that?
Caesar, you didn't even watch the fights this weekend, dog. You watched them after.
I watched. No, actually, you don't even know. We actually watched the fights during the wedding.
Really, on your phone?
Yeah, and everybody grouped together on the table.
Y'all are boys.
It was
y'all are males.
It was girls there too. Anyway, so we're watching. Before the
you only cared about two
the
fights,
game to talk. No, I actually cared about the match between Ben Askren and Robbie Lawler.
Can y'all just
did you see the highlight of what happened?
No.
So Robbie Ben Askren was going for like a wrestling grab. This dude, Robbie Lawler, picked him up in the air like this and slammed him on his head on the canvas, and he survived. And then there was the ref stopped it early for a submission, but it was kind of controversial. Askren won because he saw Robbie's arm fall like this. But then when the ref stopped it, Robbie was like, "No, I'm good. I was just relaxing."
That's cap. No, you died.
I think it was cap.
Yeah.
You died.
Yeah, you died. You came back. You died. You just heard that whistle. You're like, "Oh, no, I'm fine."
The co-main event match was between Tyron Woodley and Kamaru Usman. That was a tough match for me to watch because I'm a big Woodley fan. But it was the third time I've seen Woodley not beat Tyron Woodley. It looked like, and it's funny because actually right after that, and I'm not trying to cap either. Right after that, the coach actually, Mike, the coach said, "You just had that one of those days. I don't know why." He was like, "I don't know why you don't let those hands go. You just didn't let those hands go." And it's true. Like you could see in the game. Like first of all, I just thought it was kind of weird too. Woodley's body like kind of looked funny. Like he looked like.
He's been talking too much. He know he got to catch that.
He looked a little.
He's trying to be. He
was looking a little soft, kind of like he didn't look like he was like. He just looked, kind of big. Looked a little soft. And it looked like he was just like. Kamaru Usman's cardio was insane. The whole match, he's in his face. He's bigger, stronger, kicking and punching him in his face, wrestling him, throwing him down.
Damn.
I saw him slam Woodley on the ground a couple times, like throw him around. And before the fight, Tyron Woodley kept saying, that's cute. You were a Division II wrestler. I was Division I. I won an NCAA championship with Missouri. Like, I'm a Division I wrestler. There's levels to this. Levels was being tossed around left and forward. So I was like, I hate when you make that statement because when the fight starts, I hope you're able to, I hope you show it that there's levels to this. Because then when you don't, it looks funky now.
Willie didn't wrestle me. So
but it was really cute because afterwards they hugged and Tyron Woodley's mom hugged Kamaru Usman. Tyron Woodley's mom, who's an angel. She's the best. She hugged Kamaru.
How old is she?
She hugged Kamaru Usman and told him it's okay. It wasn't his time today. It's your time. Good luck and all the best. And he was crying on her shoulder. It was really adorable. Kamaru. It was really adorable. That was cute.
What is that? Caesar's trying to kill me.
What?
Caesar's trying to kill me. What is that? Caesar's trying to kill your boy. Caesar's trying to kill me.
His anthrax in his water.
Caesar's trying to kill me, guys. Okay,
get back. I feel bad. That's crazy. No. I feel horrible.
Get back to the UFC. Can I get the kombucha to get these?
Hey, there's work down here. What about this stuff?
Disease out of me? Okay, go ahead. Caesar, it was some black stuff in the water Caesar gave me. I don't know what.
I almost made this a one-man show.
Damn.
Well, that threw me off. I'm really disgusted now. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I did get those cups from Dollar Tree. So Kamaru Usman's the new champion. I believe it's welterweight. I think it's 170. I always forget that. 155. And then the main event was John Jones versus Anthony Smith. I didn't really think Anthony Smith deserved a title shot. He's 35 and 15 or something. He used to be a middleweight and he moved up and beat two old guys and he got a title shot. It was really weird, but they gave it to him. John Jones did have metabolites still in his system, but they said it's all good. It's just they have no evidence to show that it was new ingestions.
This dude
don't know why you're going against this.
He'd take all the drugs and he'd just be fine.
Yeah, he's fine. He was obliterating him the whole match, except at one point, they had to stop and give 2 points off of John Jones.
What do you do?
Because Anthony Smith's leg was on the Anthony Smith's hand was on the ground, and John Jones kneed him in the head. That's illegal.
Well, that's probably an accident. Though.
But even with the 2 points, I believe John Jones was up 50-44. So there was only 49 or 48-44. John Jones won. Still light heavyweight champion. On random note, a Brazilian named Johnny Walker won a fight in 36 seconds. Attempted to do the worm and then blew his shoulder out.
I saw that.
Idiot.
separated shoulder. He's Brazilian?
Yeah, he's Brazilian Johnny Walker.
Oh, okay.
Big old Brazilian.
All right.
That's it for UFC news. It was one of the best cards of the year. Yeah.
Caesar not even going to his friend's wedding.
I watched it March 2nd, and I saw Cody Garbrandt get slept by Pedro Munez.
Okay, relax. Anyway, y'all, episode 97, We Made It podcast. You know we does this. You know we're the number one in the world. Don't even ever try to flex that we're not. Best game recaps, best overall analysis. Literally, it's unstoppable. I'm saying this now because nobody's going to hear it probably. But yeah.
They definitely left when I started talking about UFC.
I hope so. I did too. Because you tried to kill me with that water there.
I can't believe that. I'll drink it. I feel bad.
No, don't drink. I wish I could show the camera. Let me show the camera this
I'm not
black
showing.
dust in here. Yo, hold on. Let me see it again.
Hold on. Wait.
Hold on. Oh my God, dude. Look at that. Trying to kill your boy. Anyway, We Made a Podcast, episode 97. Subscribe. Do what you got to do.